Hey everyone, Brad here from Mammoth Supplements, and I'm excited to be with you today to talk to you about EAAs for two reasons. One, Mammoth has come up with an EAA that's got a unique combination of ingredients and dosages that separates itself from the competition. And two, because I've been in your shoes, face to face with the customer, understanding the trust that they put in us to satisfy their wants and needs, and how important it is to be up on the latest supplementation. So to get started, let's take a look at some of the basics of supplementation in this area.
There are three types of amino acids: conditional, non-essential, and essential. To function optimally, our bodies need 20 amino acids. Of those 20, 11 of them are called non-essential. Now, they're not called non-essential because they're less important, but because we don't need to supply the body with them on a daily basis. The human body makes non-essential amino acids. The remaining 9 aminos are called essential aminos. They include the popular BCAAs, leucine, isoleucine, and valine, as well as histidine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, and tryptophan. Now, they're called essential aminos because our body can't synthesize them on their own. They need to be supplied through our diet and/or supplementation. So let's talk about BCAAs and EAAs. Inevitably, you're going to have this question from customers if you haven't already. So what do we know? Both promote protein synthesis, both prevent muscle breakdown, both are rapidly absorbed, not to nerd out on you, but taking your EAA in this form, in BCAA, it bypasses the liver and goes directly to the muscle. So it's oxidized in the muscle. So the result is that quick energy or increased energy rapidly. All right, back here. Both prevent muscle soreness and both preserve muscle. So let's take a look at what the research says. There's currently 2 studies in the Journal of International Society for Sports Nutrition, one clearly in Frontiers of Physiology, as well as another in the American Journal of Physiology. And they all point to this fact that there is no scenario that shows that a BCAA is superior to an EAA when it comes to sports supplementation. And why is that? Well, when you look at when you take a BCAA alone, in order to complete the muscle building process, you need all 9 essential aminos, and just taking 3 out of the 9 doesn't provide that. It's like an easy scenario would be, you're taking your car to a mechanic, right? And you're showing up there. The mechanic knows exactly what they're doing, but they might not have all the tools. So the way that a BCAA is taken, the assumption is that your body's going to provide the other 6 aminos, and we can't always guarantee that, especially with different restricted diets in different scenarios in the training process. Whereas an EAA provides the full spectrum that ensures muscle growth, protein utilization, and muscle preservation. Lastly, in our review, let's look at cautions. First up, proprietary blends. Now, a proprietary blend should be a red flag for all of us. The only reason a company would want to hide what's in their product really is because they want to hide what's in their product. Labels should be transparent. Number 2, dosage skimping. It's all great to supplement with an EAA, but we want to make sure you check the label to making sure you're getting enough of that product, in this case an EAA. Closely connected, the third one is loading BCAAs at the expense of an EAA. All 9 EAAs should be balanced within the formula, not heavy on your BCAAs at the expense of your EAA.
Next up, we're going to talk about the purpose of EAAs, where EAAs kind of fit in sports supplementation, and who should take them. So the purpose of an EAA is to provide the full spectrum of free-form aminos in the support and aid of increased muscle growth, sustained muscle growth, protein utilization, and as well as, depending on the formula, provide hydration and some antioxidant effect. So where do EAAs fit in then when it comes to sports supplementation? And as soon as I say that, I can hear that person out there saying, you know what, people can get everything they need from a balanced diet. All the supplements. And you know what? They're not wrong. The problem is, do most people that we talk to, our customers, do they eat right? Do they eat enough food to reach their goals? Is the nutrient value in their food validated? The fact of the matter is, folks, supplementation is no longer a questionable. It is a necessity in the day and age that we live. It kind of breaks down this way. If you can get your balanced diet, right? That's obviously, eating your food is what we want to do. The next thing would be, if you can't get a full meal in, you do a balanced meal replacement. Then it would be supplementing with some type of protein. So straight whey protein or a vegan protein, lots of choices out there. Then we look at just getting our free-form aminos. This is where your EAAs would fit in. All 9 essential aminos right there. Let's talk about who and when we should be taking an EAA. Because EAAs provide a rapid release of aminos to working muscles and recovering muscles, anytime during or after an exercise is really the ideal time, because it helps prevent muscle fatigue and improve muscle growth and retention during recovery. EAAs are ideal for then the elite athlete, fitness enthusiasts, those on special diets like intermittent fasting, or those doing fasted cardio, and really anyone new to the fitness journey or just starting their exercise programs.
All right, time for the grand finale. Let's talk about why Mammoth EAA is a standout in this category.
Mammoth prides itself on not just competing with what's on the shelf, but doing the research to provide the customer with doses and combinations of ingredients that maximize the effectiveness of their products. So it's no surprise that Mammoth EAA9 does exactly that. Here are some of the highlights.
A large 1,000 milligram dose of betaine anhydrous, also known as trimethylglycine, or in short TMG. Not to be confused with betaine HCI, which is more for helping with stomach, GI, and related issues.
Betaine is a naturally occurring chemical in the body, but it's also found in vegetables, meats, and even sometimes wine.
Now, supplementing with betaine is a well-researched topic. I encourage you to do more than just what you're hearing today. But what I can tell you is there's a ton of research to back up how it improves and supports protein synthesis, lean muscle growth, low-fat body composition, heart health, and is also a muscle cell volumizer. It's a muscle cell volumizer in that it helps maintain fluid balance in the muscle cell. It's often actually compared to the original cell volumizer, creatine, because of its support of power, strength, and muscle growth. In a minute, you'll be hearing about the high doses of EAA in this product, but one unique feature is the low dose of tryptophan. Tryptophan is also an essential amino, but most people consume more than double the amount that is actually needed, typically getting 900 to 1,000 milligrams per day. And the US RDA actually only recommends between 250 and 425. So we purposely kept the dose of tryptophan low in this product. Mammoth EAA9 also has serious antioxidant and alkalizing effects. Now, time doesn't allow for us to get into a conversation about how bad free radicals are in our bodies, how they increase with exercise, or the acidity levels of most diets. However, the good news is this EAA has 500 milligrams of coconut water that helps neutralize free radicals and oxidative stress caused by exercise. Another very important topic is the dosage. The dosage levels of the ever-popular BCAAs, as well as the remaining essential aminos, is one of the highest in the market in the Mammoth EAA9. You and the customer will literally be getting the best bang for your buck in every properly sized scoop. Another important topic is what it tastes like. There's 4 amazing flavors: Rocket Pop, Swedish Very Berry, Candy Peach, and my personal favorite, Fruit Punch Blast. We're very excited about this standout product, and we hope you found the information helpful not only for yourself, but also for the customers that are coming into your store. Please feel free to reach out if you have any further questions. We'd love to hear from you.